This exercise is all about data types in JavaScript. So data types are the classifications we give to the different kinds of data that we use in programming. In JavaScript, there are 7 fundamental data types. We have number data type, any number including numbers with decimals. And here are the number types. So this is the decimal type, or floating number, or floats. And the whole numbers are called integers. Then we have string, any grouping of characters on your keyboard, letters, numbers, spaces, symbols, etc., surrounded by single quotes or double quotes. So single quotes, and here we have double quotes. Though we prefer single quotes, some people like to think of string as a fancy word for text. Then we have Boolean type. This data type only has two possible values, either true or false, without quotes, of course. It is helpful to think of booleans as on and off switches, or as the answer to a yes or no question. Then you have null. This data type represents the intentional absence of a value and is represented by the keyword null without quotes. 2. Undefined. This data type is denoted by the keyword undefined without quotes. It also represents the absence of a value, though it has a different use than null. Then you have the symbol, a newer feature to the language. Symbols are unique identifiers, useful in more complex coding. No need to worry about these for now. And then we have object, collections of related data. The first 6 of those types are considered primitive data types. They are the most basic data types in the language. Objects are more complex, and you will learn much more about them as you progress through JavaScript. At first, 7 types may not seem like that many, but soon you will observe the world opens with possibilities once you start leveraging each one. As you learn more about objects, you will be able to create complex collections of data. But before we do that, let's get comfortable with strings and numbers. And we have one example here. So console.log, and then we are logging the string. You see it is written inside single quotes, and then below we have another console.log, and in this example we are logging the number type. In the example above, we first printed a string. Our string isn't just a single word, it includes both capital and lowercase letters, spaces, and punctuation. Next, we printed the number 40. Notice we did not use quotes. And let's see the instructions. On line 1, log the string JavaScript to the console, and go there and write console log, and then inside the parentheses, inside the single quotes, write JavaScript. Don't forget the semicolon at the end of the statement. And now run our code, and we got JavaScript logged to the console. On line 2, log the number 2011 to the console. So console.log, run, and we got the number logged. On line 3, print this text to the console. I just noticed that we forgot the semicolon, so let's type that. And now write another console.log. Again, we are logging the string. And on line 4, print the number 20.49 to the console, and this is the floating number. So we logged two strings and two number types. This is called the integer, and this one is called floating number because it is a decimal number. Okay, this should be all for this one. Let's proceed to the next one.